Ladies and gentlemen, live from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977 is Wednesday or Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for AEW Dynamite or Collision Event Center. And now here's the man that will bring you the happenings of AEW All Elite Wrestling action, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 2483 of the show. We're 17 episodes away from 2,500 episodes. This is where my goal is, before my sabbatical from the Raw Live Reactions, Rant and Raven Chillin' is up for the rest of this month. I got, 8 more days to go on this. My goal is to try to get to 2,500 episodes before that is up. If not, it's okay. I can still reach 2,500 episodes. You know what? I'll do it by the 3rd anniversary of this show. That's right. Imagine that. You know, by the time the 3rd anniversary of this great YouTube show is on, it will be over 2,500 episodes. Wow, 3 years, 2,500 episodes in 3 years. How cool is that, right? I'm gonna try and make that happen. So let's get right going because we're going to talk about a little bit of some AEW, All Elite Wrestling. That's right. This is the final collision before Forbidden Door. And as you know, I got to get my picks and predictions for Forbidden Door ready because I think it's going to happen. Okay? So lots of things going to happen, you know, and everything else between. Hey guys, I'm Jay Leno. Hey Jay Leno. Guys, I got a big chin, guys. Hey guys, I'm Jay Leno. Hey Kevin, true story. You know, I'm trying to do a Jay Leno impression. Well, whatever. So we'll have a little bit of fun here. Okay, let's have some fun here. Let's talk AEW, and that's right. Don Callis decided to kick off. Don Callis, I can't stand that guy. Every time he talks, you know, every time he smiles, he looks like a douchebag when he smiles. You know, I mean, it's like, oh my God. You know, I thought he looked stupid with that hair, that long flowing hair when he was known as a jackal. You know, well, he moves like a jackass, if you know what I mean. But and now he shaves his head, and he's got his head shaved, looks like a hot dog head. You know, Don Callis is a hot dog head. Don Callis is a hot dog head, all through the town. Don Callis is a hot dog head. Don Callis is a hot dog head, all through the town. Can't sing for a hell of beans, but that's okay. And if people tell me no singing, I'll sing, okay? It's my show. What I do, I want on it. Go fly a kite. That's what I can say. Go fly, no. If you don't like singing, go shop at Kmart, okay? Ding dong. Bunch of ding dongs out there. No singing. Go shop at Kmart. Anyways. Alright, it started off with he introduces Hechicero. Yo soy Hechicero. You trying to be Raquel Rodriguez? My goodness. So, it is an 8-man tag match as Hiromu Takahashi, the Time Bomb, who will be challenging Kyle Fletcher for the TNT title at Forbidden Door. Will team up with Skyflight, Scorpio Sky, and Top Flight, accompanied by Christopher Daniels. No Layla Gray, because Layla Gray's got her own. She's a talented singer, I just come to find out. And so we got another talented singer. I think her, Harley Cameron, Beth Phoenix should form a band. Along with Shotzi and you know, those 5 could be the new wrestling version of the Spice Girls, for goodness sakes, for all I know. Imagine that. Shotzi Blackheart, Scarlett Bordeaux, alright, Harley Cameron, Layla Gray, and Beth Phoenix. Why not? Why you put those 5 together? You'll be wrestling's answer to the Spice Girls. I can imagine those 5 against the Spice Girls in a 10-woman tag Survivor Series matchup. Who's going to win? Oh boy, I think everybody's going to think I've lost my mind on that one. You know. Anyways, heck of a matchup between. They took on the Don Callis family members, Lance Archer, Hechicero, Rocky Romero, and Josh Alexander. Heck of a matchup between these two 4-man teams. But in the end, Skyflight and Takahashi has picked up the victory. And Kyle Fletcher decided to come out to taunt Takahashi after the matchup. And Hook is going to return. They had a promo with stop action video with action figures. It's like remember Robot Chicken? It's like Robot Chicken-esque almost, but didn't have the mouth moving or anything like that. So yeah, Hook's coming back soon, and he's gonna rip some arms off and make people eat them or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, former WWE NXT UK standout Isla Dawn made her AEW debut in Glasgow, Scotland. That's where this took place, against the Megasis Megan Bayne with that headdress, the feather headdress, looking like she ready to fight Hordak and the rest of the horde. You know. Well, you can consider Harley Cameron Catra if you know, but. Actually, Will Nightingale and Queen Aminata, Megan Bayne picked up the victory in that matchup, but then Will Nightingale and Queen Aminata took on 2/3 of the Triangle Madness, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart. Aminata and Nightingale picked up the victory in that matchup, but the Tekla, who wasn't in ringside, blindsided Aminata after the matchup. Will Nightingale tried to get involved. Ford and Bayne, Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne came back out, gets involved, and then Harley Cameron, speaking of Catra, and Chris Statlander get involved as well. Yeah, if you put Megan Bayne versus Harley Cameron 1-on-1, like She-Ra versus Catra. The only difference is Catra was a villain in the Horde, but Harley is going to get cheered. I love Harley Cameron. I love Harley. You see Harley Cameron? Some of her pictures. Holy Lord! I don't know what the heck Zion Quinn is thinking about breaking up with her. I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't break up with Harley Cameron. Trust me on that one. I loves me some Harley Cameron. That's all I'm going to say. I'll feel her wrath any day of the week. She'd be one woman I will not cheat on. I refuse to cheat on. But then then you get me and Shirakawa. Who knows? Anyways, lost my mind there. Here we go. Well, Lexi Nair interviewed Daniel Garcia and Matt Menard. And, Daniel Garcia says, I'm going to support Nigel McGuinness even though I lost, and he had some respect for him. As Nigel McGuinness will be challenging Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And then Platinum Max Caster comes out to dress as a Glasgow crowd. He says, we have a 5-minute open challenge. Put 5 minutes on the clock, and who is it going to be? Well, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Zack Sabre Jr. came out. And Zack Sabre Jr. did pick up the victory over Max Caster. I think it's over 2.5 minutes. He beat him. 2 minutes and 38 seconds, I don't believe. And then Sabre confronts Nigel McGuinness after the match. Both men shake hands. And as Zack Sabre Jr. was walking to the back, Anthony Bowens comes out, blindsides Max Caster, and starts attacking him. And then Billy Gunn comes to the ring, confronts Bowens, a little pushing and shoving, but Bowens ends up walking away. And Billy Gunn was looking like, what the heck is going on? And then Chris Statlander and Harley Cameron addresses the fact that Statlander didn't get her money yet. It's supposed to come out of the Young Bucks account. Well, they say, insufficient funds and stuff. But then Death Riders and Gay Kid approached Statlander and Cameron and was like, what are you guys standing around for? And John Moxley comes in there and basically threatens the Young Bucks and ends up giving Statlander the purse money. Hey, Young Bucks, you stupid idiots. If it's kind of like your page, you're going, we're not paying. If you're not paying, if I want a matchup and won $100,000, and if the Young Bucks refuse to pay me, I would go in there and knock them out. Pull up nails. I would beat them up like if I was nails. You know what I mean? I mean, you seriously got to be kidding me. The Young Bucks try to be like Vince McMahon. That's the problem with the Young Bucks. They're trying to be too much like Vince McMahon. I'm sorry. It's like they're trying too hard to copy anybody in the WWE. Be yourselves, Young Bucks. Be the great tag team that you are. Instead of being these EVP, egotistical, maniacal idiots. Forget the ring entrances. Forget making all these extravagant ring entrances and stuff. What's wrong with you, Young Bucks? Give the lady her money. She won the match. Give her the $100K. And I'll just give props to John Moxley. Hey, Moxley, great job. You gave the lady the money. You respect Chris Statlander. That's good. Harley tried doing it. Not until next week. I was going to say, let me handle this. I would say, Young Bucks, either you give the lady the money, or I'm going to put my foot straight up your butthole. You're going to need an operation to get it removed. And I will connect my fist to your face, and my other fist is going to say hello to your face. And then if you don't like that, go shop at Kmart, you dumb bucks. And you know what? You used to be big bucks, but you know what? You're going to get some whammies in your future if you don't give the lady her money. That's what's going to happen. Bunch of dummies. Bunch of dummies, dumb bucks, dumb yucks. Beavis and Butthead. Frickin' Frack, Heckle and Jekyll. Bert and Ernie. Anyways, more on those two idiots. Down the road, Tomohiro Ishii against Konosuke Takeshita. That's the rematch that happened at Wrestle Kingdom. Takeshita won the match of John Callis. The hot dog head comes out again and joins on commentary. Well, I don't know what it is what people being compared to food. I've compared Trick Williams to be having fish lips, and then you got Don Callis as a hot dog head. Go figures, right? Anyways, Mark Andrews, formerly 1/3 of Subculture, even splitting up. I don't know what happened to Flash Morgan Webster. I missed Subculture. They were a really cool group. Excuse me. Went up against Big Bill, and Big Bill easily won the match in a short amount of time. And then Brian Keith comes out with 2 chairs in the ring, and Bill attacks Andrews after the match with them. Meanwhile, it's a battle of great tag teams, the Grizzled Young Veterans versus the Gates of Agony. Ricochet joins on commentary once again. And Ricochet, thinking he's Roger Thomas from What's Happening, you know. And so that means what's GOA? Bishop Kahn's Dwayne and Toa Leona's rerun? Is that how it works? Jeepers. Anyways, the Gates of Agony did pick up the victory, and then A-Kid and the Bullet Club War Dogs addresses the Forbidden Door. It seems like the Forbidden Door's got a challenge out for the Ops, the Trios champions, and that's the team of Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata. And it seems like Clark Connors, Drilla Maloney, I think it was known as Dan Maloney in the NXT UK, and then you got Robbie X that will be challenging the Ops, as Gabe Kidd will join that 10-man lights out steel cage matchup at Forbidden Door. And then it's Paragon versus the Young Bucks, who were introduced as Rod and Todd. Rod and Todd. Rod and Todd. The Simpsons, Rod and Todd Flanders. That was great. I should tweet Will Ospreay. Hey, dude, next time get him to be introduced as Beavis and Butthead. Or Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Call him the Brokeback Mountain Connection. Rod and Todd. That was great. That was good stuff. Rod and Todd. Rod and Todd. Rod and Todd. This is great stuff. Oh, I love it. This was your idea, Tony Schiavone. Oh, man. Young Bucks, I can't stand them. You know, and they were doing what they were in this matchup against Paragon, the team of Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong at this point. And, you know, the Young Bucks were doing their moves that made them one of the best tag teams in the independent scene. So it's like they should be focused on that. Even Tony Schiavone says they got some moves and they're doing it very well. And I'm like, you know, why they focus? Why should they be focused on being EVPs? They should be focused on what the skills, what got them to where they're at, what got them to be the founders of AEW. You know, just focus on your ring skills, guys, your team skills. You know, and help elevate other tag teams instead of being these arrogant Vince McMahon wannabes. That's what basically everybody's doing. And plus, you're sucking up to that idiot Dave Meltzer. Come on. Cut it out with Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer hates the WWE. He can go screw himself with that, because back this, you know, and I'm sick and tired of people dictating what I should like, what I shouldn't like, and what friends I should make and everything else. If I want to watch both AEW and WWE, I will. I watch TNA. I watch AEW. I've been doing this since the Monday Night Wars, for goodness sakes. Come on, especially in '98. Jeez, if you're not doing any of that, you're not a true wrestling fan. Bunch of dummies out there dictating what I should watch. Listen, I'm 48 years old. I'm older than most of the idiots on the internet. And let me tell you something. I should dictate what you should like. How about how would you like it? Bunch of dummies out there. Dummies. Dummy. Yeah. Bunch of dummies. Anyways, speaking of dummies, Don Callis comes back again, distracts the referee, and then it comes the other dummy, Kazuchika Okada, decides to blindside Kyle O'Reilly with the belt. Young Bucks pick up the victory. Thanks to that. They decide to attack after attack a Paragon after the matchup. But here comes Swerve Strickland, and he comes out. Okada retreats, fights off the Young Bucks, but then Okada attacks him from behind, gives him a low blow, and then the Okada and the Young Bucks still stand tall in the end. Really, typical old Bucks and Okada, the Three Stooges, Mo, Larry, and Curly. You know, and then Okada. And here's the problem with Okada. He's trying to be like all American, like call somebody. Excuse my language. We like to call somebody beach. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Instead of saying that word and learning that word in English, learn other words in English, like dummy, because that's what you are, Okada. You're a dummy if you're going to learn just one word in English. Come on, you want to improve? You want to be Americanized? You want to improve? You know, have fun. Come on, Okada. And he's like, he's smiling like a geek. I'm so sorry. What the heck? Okada, I used to respect Kazuchika Okada. He's a jerk. I mean, he's good in the ring. I mean, but you know what? But he's cooler than Logan Paul. Let me tell you something. And you know what? I did address this from last night on SmackDown. John Cena. I respect John Cena. I applaud John Cena what he said about Logan Paul. Thank you, John Cena. Thank you so much, John Cena. Everybody's been hating on Cena and all that. Oh, you do it too. But no, John Cena woke up to reality. And you know what? And he's going to be retiring. He wants to he wants to have moments with wrestlers that he respects. And you know, and he's got what 3 months left to come in. You know, because August is almost over. I mean, all of a sudden, you know what? John Cena hit the nail on the head. He's using the WWE. That Logan Paul is using the WWE as a product to buy his next Pokemon card. You know something? John Cena hit it right nail on the head. You know, yeah. And you know what? And he's right too. He's not an outsider. He's a freaking parasite. You know. I think he does it and he puts in the work, but I don't think he respects the business. He's just using it. He's just using the WWE to buy his own Pokemon card. You know, if I'm a YouTuber, I'm a YouTuber right now. But the WWE calls me up and said, "Hey, we'd like for you to make an appearance," and I'd be fine with that. You know, if they pay me money, they pay me money. If they don't, they don't. I just love making an appearance. I would love to make an appearance with the WWE, and they said, "We'll provide you with everything," and you know, I would go and say hi to people, or then I'll go to the back, you know. Have pictures of my favorite wrestlers, and I would have done that, no problem, you know. I would love to be a manager in the color. I like to do color commentary. That's probably where I'm best at, you know what I mean? Or managing, cutting promos for, you know, for people. You know what I'm saying? You know, because John Cena hit the nail on the head with freaking Logan Paul, dude. Seriously. You know, so John Cena, thank you, John Cena. You know. Yeah, Logan Paul's a parasite. You know, if Logan Paul was on the opposite side against the Young Bucks, I'd rather root for the Young Bucks than Logan Paul. That's how much I don't like Logan Paul. He's a jerk. All right, you know, he can wrestle, he can cut promos and stuff, but he's a jerk. He's a jerk in real life. I mean, he's kind of lucky that Shinsuke Nakamura don't come and tear his head off. You know, me with Japan. You know, but I'd be laughing if Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Asuka took turns kicking Logan Paul in the nads. That's how I feel. Logan Paul sucks as a person. He sucks. You know. I'm sure if the Young Bucks decided now, you know, if they realize that John Cena was right about Logan Paul, if they hate Logan Paul too, you know what? That's fine by me. I like to see the Young Bucks give Logan Paul a couple super kicks to the face. Yeah, Logan Paul is a dork. You know, he's got his stupid little hair, Beavis looking butthead. That's him, man. You got Trick Williams who's got lips of a fish. You got Don Callis with the head of a hot dog. You got MJF who's got Beavis looking a butthead looking face and a Beavis like hairstyle. You got Logan Paul with a butthead like face and a Beavis like hairstyle. All right. You got Young Bucks who smile like a couple of geeks. You got Kazuchika Okada thinking he's learning one word in English and he's the coolest guy on the planet. All right. You got Mercedes Moné walking around. She's the female version of Ultimo Dragon, for goodness sakes. 9 belts, really? You know? I mean, seriously. I think AEW's got nice cast of characters. You got Timeless Toni Storm, who's like a 30s, 40s movie star. Like, you know what? And she's funny about it. She's embraced that gimmick and does it very well in it. That's what I like about her. She does it with such sophistication, but a little bit of humor. A little crass humor behind it. And you know what? That's what I like about Toni Storm. And she's gorgeous, too. And you got Harley Cameron who can do ventriloquism, can sing, and look gorgeous at the same time, and wrestles. I love Harley Cameron. And you got Megan Bayne who walks around looking like she's ready to battle the Horde, not the women in the ring. Although if she was ready to battle the Horde, she'd probably think all the women are Catra, including Harley Cameron. She's got that Harley Cameron's got that cat-like mask, protective mask on. She ought to be Catra. You know what I mean? The only difference is, I would root for Harley Cameron than Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne's too serious. She's trying to be the next Undertaker, for goodness sakes. I mean, she's stoic, looking. All she needs now is wear black and wear gloves and wear white and do a wide-brimmed fedora and while in black, and then have Penelope Ford carry a body bag with her. That's all you need to do. For goodness sakes. Anyways, that's all the time I have on this show. Yeah, I've gone nuts already again. Tomorrow we got the Forbidden Door. We got an NXT Heat Wave. I'll be reporting on that. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go. That's right. Before we go. I'm ranting and raving. Literally. Let's go talk about AEW Forbidden Door matches. Hold on. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Alright, Forbidden Door 2025. Let's see. What matches are there? Okay, now. This will be for the pre-show. Alright, there's 3 matches for the pre-show. And, alright, let's see if there's 13 matches on the card. Broadcast of the pre-show. Okay, what do we got here? We got an 8-man tag team matchup. Paragon will be teaming up with El Desperado and Yuya Uemura versus Crew. And the Don Callis family team of Hechicero and Josh Alexander. Let's see. Yeah, he was part. And Yuya Uemura used to be he was part in TNA briefly as Joya. That's Yuya Uemura. And so, who am I picking this matchup? I'm picking Paragon, Desperado, and Uemura to win that matchup over Crew and Hechicero and Josh Alexander. Meanwhile, the Triangle Madness and Megan Bayne, the Triangle Madness, Julie Hart, Sky Blue, and Tekla, and Megan Bayne, to team up against Harley Cameron, Chris Statlander, Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale. Now, I am thinking that Harley Cameron, Chris Statlander, Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale are going to beat the Triangle Madness and Tekla. And then the third, and then we got 4 pre-show matches. The third matchup, Jet Speed, along with Michael Oku, in a trios match against the Gates of Agony and Toll and Ricochet. Well, I'm going to pick in the What's Happening crew to win that matchup against Jet Speed and Michael Oku. Meanwhile, the Ops, the trios championship will be online. The Ops Katsuyori Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, Samoa Joe will defend the title against the Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Carnage, Drilla Maloney, and Robbie X. I am picking the Ops to retain the titles, and I think Hook might get involved. So yeah. All right then. Then you got the main card, Lights Out Steel Cage match, the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay against the Death Riders and the Young Bucks and Gabe Kidd. I'm picking the Golden Lovers, Tanahashi, Ospreay, and Allin to win that matchup. And a 3-way tag team elimination match for the tag team championship, the Hurt Syndicate versus Brodeo and FTR. I'm picking Hurt Syndicate to retain. Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland for the unified title. I am picking Strickland to win it. Timeless Toni Storm defending the title against Athena. This is a difficult match for me. I want Toni Storm to retain the title. I really do. Because you got Athena going for 1,000 days to retain the championship. However, with what happened at Dynamite, I'm hoping Toni Storm's okay to go. Athena might win it and might capitalize on that situation that happened when Athena hit the pile driver on the steel stairs on Toni Storm, the timeless one. But I think I'm afraid Athena might win it this time. But if Toni Storm retains, I'll be happy with that. Mercedes Moné versus Alex Windsor, Persephone, and Bozilla in a 4-way match for the TBS Championship. Hate to say it, Moné will retain. Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromu Takahashi for the TNT title on the line. I am thinking Fletcher will retain. Zack Sabre Jr. going up against Nigel McGuinness for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. Here's the deal. I think Daniel Garcia is going to turn on Nigel McGuinness and end up costing him the title, and Zack Sabre Jr. will retain. Hangman Adam Page versus MJF, a singles match for the World Heavyweight title. But if Page gets counted out or disqualified, he loses the championship. I got a strange feeling that MJF may end up winning it. I got a strange feeling MJF may win it. I want Hangman and Page to retain, but MJF will do a lot of manipulation. There's another idiot right there that, MJF, I can't stand this guy. I mean, if he wants to flip me off, I'm just gonna go suck it. That's all. I'll go shop at Kmart. You're too cheap. Your attitude's too cheap. Then Adam Copeland and Christian Cage back together in a matchup against Killswitch and Kip Sabian. I think Copeland and Cage are going to retain their tag team chemistry that they have been, that made them successful in the past. It's going to come back, and Copeland and Cage, the CNC Wrestling Factory again, will pick up the victory. CNC Tag Team Factory, as I like to call them, Copeland and Cage. And you're going to see them beat Killswitch and Kip Sabian. Mother Wayne may get involved, but you know what? That's my pick. So, that's my picks and predictions for AEW Forbidden Door. Tomorrow, we're going to check it out. I'm going to check it out, Forbidden Door. I'll see what happens. I know the pre-show starts at 11, so I'm probably going to miss some of that. Because of the fact my church don't get out till 11 o'clock tomorrow anyway, so I'm not probably going to miss first few minutes of it, and it doesn't start till 2 o'clock, so I would not be Forbidden Door doesn't start till 2, I believe. So, if that's the case, let me check the time. Let me check the time before I. Okay. Let me check the time. Time. Alright. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, 11:30 Eastern Time. Okay. So 11:30. So I'll probably not miss a whole lot. Who knows for sure? What the heck's going to happen? I don't know. We're going to have some fun. So, that's all the time we have on the show. Thanks for tuning in. Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.